Hello everyone. Thank you for attending our first Kotlin multi-platform webinar. So before starting, let me introduce myself. My name Ahmed El Yacoubi, head of Mobile Competency Center, Scrum Master and Mobile Team Lead at Machine Stock. Next to me, Mr. Ahmed El Mahoushi, Senior iOS Engineer and a very highly valued member in Machine Stock and especially the mobile team.
Yes, hello everyone. My name is Ahmed Mahoushi, and I am a senior iOS engineer at Machine Stock, and today I will co-host this webinar. For our first webinar, we choose the Kotlin multi-platform as it is one of the latest trends of mobile development.
Let's start. Today we will present, as you're seeing, the Kotlin multi-platform introduction and history, then the architecture. After that, we will highlight its benefits, and finally, we will invite you to the live coding session. All you need just is to prepare your Xcode and Android Studio. You know, inside the mobile software revolution and competition, mobile apps have become a necessity and a must-have for many business across various industries. So it's essential that such application run smoothly and seamlessly on multiple platforms such as Android, iOS, Windows. Leveraging the cross-platform mobile development approach, you can create this kind of solutions quickly and cost efficiently.
Yes, the term cross-platform mobile app development or hybrid mobile app development speaks for itself. This is an approach that allows developers to build a mobile solution that is simultaneously compatible with several operating systems and platforms, such as Android, iOS, and Windows.
Great. I would like to give you an idea about the current available cross-platforms and its history. We can mention, as you're seeing now, PhoneGap started on 2008. After that, Ionic on 2015. Xamarin after that, and the big Flutter and React Native on 2015, also on 2017. And finally, our concern today, Kotlin multi-platform started and goes alpha in August 2022.
Yes, let's move now to see some of targets supported by Kotlin multi-platform. So Kotlin multi-platform support the following mobile targets like the Android devices, TV or watches, and iOS devices with the Apple watches, and also the web apps. Because of this support of different targets, many famous companies today decided to use KMM. They prefer to make the UI of each of their apps native to the platform, and they implemented their whole data synchronization and business logic using KMM. So let me show you some of these companies. Like what you see now, Kareem, Netflix, Philips, and also Cash Apps, and many others companies decide to use KMM. Let's move now to see the KMM architecture. So Kotlin multi-platform mobile allows you to use a single shared code for the business logic of iOS and Android app. So if your if you have an app that the majority of your code is UI logic, then the main power of Kotlin multi-platform will be unused. However, if your application has a complex business logic, like networking, data storage, payments, data synchronization, IoT technologies, or features like our case in machine stock, then this logic could easily be written and shared between iOS and Android, so you can experience the real power of KMM. No matter how large your project is, your existing code will not stop you from integrating KMM. You can start writing cross-platform code at any moment and connect it to your iOS app or Android as a regular dependency that can be used in other applications.
Great. Okay. Also, Kotlin multi-platform offer us the possibility to work in cross-platform with native code. And since it's written in Kotlin and it is compiled to different output format for different targets, as you are seeing, two Java bytecode for Android and two native for binary for iOS. Okay, so Kotlin multi-platform is an experimental language. As we said, is an experimental language feature that allows developers to use a single code base to develop applications for both Android and iOS. So it leverages the advanced features and capabilities of the programming language across iOS, Android, Windows, Mac, Linux, etc.
So the KMM based in shared code written in Kotlin. It is compiled to different outputs format natively. So this means that there is no additional runtime overhead when it comes to execute this code on platforms, and its performance is comparable to native apps. It keeps the same behavior when running in native app. So the cross-platform code that is used for both iOS and Android are stored in the shared model. KMM provide a special wizard for creating such models. One of the key capabilities of Kotlin multi-platform code is a way for coming code to depend on platform-specific declaration. So a basic Kotlin mobile multi-platform project consists of three components. As you see in this slide, a shared model, it is a Kotlin model that contains common logic for both Android and iOS app, builds into an Android library and an iOS framework, uses Gradle as a build system. The shared model contains also the code that is common for Android and iOS. However, to implement the same logic in Android and iOS, you sometimes need to write two platform-specific versions of it. This source code of the shared model is organized in three sources. A common main store the code that works on both platforms, including these expect declarations. An Android main stores an Android specific part, including the actual implementations, and also an iOS main store an iOS specific parts, including actual implementation. The other components of KMM project are an Android application. A Kotlin model that builds into an Android application uses a Gradle as a build system, and also an iOS app, which is an Xcode project that is built into an iOS applications.
Okay, thank you, Ahmed. So, as you said, Kotlin provides a mechanism of expected and actual declarations. With this mechanism, a common model can define expected declarations, and the platform model can provide the actual declarations corresponding to the expected one. Don't worry about it. We will explain more details later in the live code. Okay, as we said, very easily, Kotlin multi-platform is the mechanism of sharing code across the multi-platform. This means we can share the common business logic, data objects, interfaces, repositories, and state across platforms like mentioned before, Android, iOS, web, and etc.
Yes, so easily one of the most important benefits here is the performance gain in the runtime. When we use the shared code between the multiple targets.
Yes. Also, to share code between all of these platforms, it significantly reduces the development time as you are seeing, since we are sharing our efforts between Android and iOS team. Also, we cannot talk about benefits of Kotlin multi-platform and targets or and forget, the native UI of Android and iOS. So here, as you are seeing for the UI, Kotlin multi-platform is unlike Flutter or React Native. It does not demand developers to follow its own UI. It lets you utilize the native UI elements to its fullest as if you are developing natively in Android and the community of Android. Understand me when I mention Jetpack Compose, for example, XML, or create your component programmatically. The same thing for iOS UI. You can create your screens using storyboards, interface builder storyboards, exe file using Swift UI, and also you can create your component programmatically. Like you are seeing now, this is Swift UI, and Kotlin multi-platform will use less code. Sorry, when we centralize one business logic inside the shared model. In addition, if we import this shared code as a library in Android and as a framework in iOS, that can be only big achievement for any team. Finally, Kotlin multi-platform is built on top of Kotlin multi-platform technology, which supports other platforms including JavaScript, Linux, WebAssembly, and more. And Mahushi will explain us now the relation between Kotlin multi-platform and web application.
Yes, thanks. Like what we said before, one of the targets can be used in Kotlin multi-platform is the building of web application, which can be composed of two parts: a server using Kotlin JVM and a web client using Kotlin JS. We can write both parts of the project together as one Kotlin multi-platform project. This will allow us to manage both server and client from within the same Gradle project and keep an overview of our whole system from the within of our EDA. It is also a great way to learn more about code and data model sharing between the client and the server for our app. In this webinar, we will focus totally on the mobile targets, the web and Android. So don't hesitate to ask questions in the chat box.
Okay, thank you. To sum up, you're seeing now, Kotlin multi-platform comes to improve the performance of development and help teams to grow their native capabilities. Now I'm inviting you to take a look how to create a project Kotlin multi-platform, how to get started with technology. Now let's move to Android Studio. You can in parallel do the same action that I'm doing now. Easily here you are in Android Studio EDA, so you can easily create a new project. Okay, here, file a new project. In the last update of Android Studio, you will find at the end of the list a Kotlin multi-platform application here.
Yes.
Yes, so you click on next. After that, you have to fill some data or some information related to your application. So your name now, for example, you can fill whatever you need. Let's keep it as it is. The package name or the Android team package name of Android framework or bundle ID for iOS. Then you can or you have to click on next where you will fill the name of the Android folder and the iOS folder and the shared model as explained by Ahmed Mahoushi in the slide of shared model.
And you
Then
can also
you
choose
can
the how you will use the Cocoa pods for dependency manager
Yes.
or external framework.
Yes, yes, great. Thank you. Just forget to mention these two options. As you said,
Yes.
there are two options: the regular framework or Cocoa Pods. Now we are using Cocoa Pods as an option. So when you click on Finish, you will find this structure. As mentioned in the presentation, you will find the head folder, the Android application, the iOS application, and the shaded code. In the shaded code, you will easily find the Android main, the common main, and the iOS main. Forget about the test now. We will talk about in the next session regarding the unit test. But now we will focus on Android common main and iOS main, just to make sure that we are in the right track and we understand each other. This iOS app, it is exact the same structure of any iOS native application. Like easily we can open it separately in other Xcode
Yes.
window. You will find this implementation, this basic implementation using Swift UI. Here we have only a text view, which we fill in this text view a message prepared in the shaded code in the other repository on Android here. So finally, we will open the structure of Android application as we show you or demonstrate for you the structure of iOS. You will find the main activity and with the same way of implementation. This is one of the advantage. This is one most important thing for Kotlin multi-platform structure. You will find the same implementation and the same method created on the shared code.
Yes.
Okay, let's discover what is and how it is implemented. So in the shared code, we have greeting class where we return value hello platform. What does mean? Like I need to show for you hello. If I am running the application on iOS smartphone, I have to see hello iOS. And if I run the application on Android part, the platform which differentiate between platform and it will show for me hello Android. So the implementation will be like this. As explained in the presentation, you will find expect and you can fill and you can write here as a variable platform. And what we said in the slide, when you fill or when you put expect in your class or method, you have to override it in iOS implementation and how it will be in Android. So we are going now to see how it's implemented in Android. So if we go on platform here, you will find the actual. It's like the implementation of all of expected declaration. So here I will call the Android package or the Android SDK to get the version of the SDK. This is specialized and this is exclusive for Android. And when we go to the iOS, we will find the same way of calling it actual declaration, but it's different a little bit because here, if you are seeing, we are calling an exclusive or the owner of SDK for iOS. UI device, current device, system name. So here, when we run the application, when we package the applications, we will find both API for iOS and APK for Android. And automatically using this shaded code, we will compile it and we will understand which one I will target, iOS implementation or actual Android implementation. Hope you understand. Just I need to remind you if you have any question, no worries, you can ask in the chat box, and after the presentation, we will answer on all of your questions. Okay, I think that's all for today, folks. Don't forget again to subscribe on our YouTube channel for upcoming webinars and check our social media accounts for all machine stock news. For your questions, we promise to answer all of your questions in the upcoming days, either on our blog also or in the next session. Have a great day, everyone. See you later.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ahmed.